All right, today we are going to start with some bell work and then get into our activity. Will you please work these 3 problems out? Please pause this recorder, and when everyone's had a chance to do bell work, I then hit play again. Okay, number 1, to find the perimeter, you should have added around 4 plus 7 plus 5 plus 3, plus you need to add this section here, which is also 7. So you've got 7 plus 7 is 14, plus 4 more is 18, 23, 24, 25, 26 centimeters would be your perimeter there. On this next one, you've got 7 along the side, and 1 and 6 makes another 7, which is 14. And down here is another 7. So 7, 14, 21, plus 2 more is 23 yards. Now on this last one, you've got 2 semicircles, one on each side. So we can just go ahead and calculate the perimeter, or we call it the circumference of one circle. And circumference is equal to your diameter times pi. Pi diameter is 14. So you're going to take 14 times 3.14, and that will give you 43.96, which would be the circumference of this entire circle. Now each side is 7 feet, so we would add 14 to that to come up with our answer of 57.96, and we're talking about feet. So just a reminder about perimeter as we've been working with area. All right, we want to go ahead and move into today's lesson. Today you're going to start a chapter project, and you'll be designing a swimming pool. Now pay attention, there are specific requirements for this pool. In specific, you're going to be looking at perimeter, and you're going to be looking at the area of the pool. So here are some swimming pools. They come in lots of different shapes and sizes. You could have a rectangular one. This one might be pretty easy to find the perimeter of, and also to find the area of, because it's a rectangle. This curvy one is going to be a little more challenging. Right here you can see you might have a half circle, so if you know this diameter, you could go ahead and calculate this circumference or perimeter here. Got another half circle, so you can kind of break your pools up to help you find your perimeter and your area. There's some more pools. This octagonal pool, that might not be too hard to work with. And this violin, which is quite the fancy pool. So lots of different ideas on your pool designs. Now, pools have a finished edge, and it's usually from brick or stone that goes around the outside. So you see around here, they put this fancier brick. And that's going to be very important in your project today for you to realize that you've got to put bricks all the way around the perimeter or the outside of your pool. So let's look at the assignment. You will be receiving a sheet of paper. Let's read through these instructions together. First of all, it says your team has been hired to build a swimming pool. Your team may consist of 1 person or 2 people, no more than 2. Make sure that every name is on the final project. If you do one as a rough draft and a final, that's fine. Now, the owner has hired your team, and they have a special type of stone. He wants to use it to line the edge of his pool. So remember, we looked at that edging. However, he only has 120 feet of the stone. So you're limited on how big your pool can be because you only have 120 feet of stone. So you want to design a pool for him that uses as much of the stone as possible, because you don't want to waste any of it, but you don't want to run short. You cannot run out of stone. So you're going to use the space below to design a pool. Please use a pencil, because you're just kind of getting ideas and there's going to be some erasing involved. Now it says you must use part of at least 3 shapes, and one of them has to be a semicircle. So you could even start with your semicircle. Now to draw a proper semicircle, first of all, decide the diameter. So if I'm going to have one side of my pool here and go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Let's go 14. That'll be fun. So 14, that means my radius is 7. So I go back in 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's going to help you know how to actually draw an accurate semicircle. Now you could find this circumference because it's half, so you do 14 pi divided by 2 to find this distance you're going to need for your brick. So make sure as you go along that you think about, don't just draw it, but think about how much brick you've used. Now I've got 7 times 3.14, or I've got, 7 times 3.14 I've already used about, it says 21.98, so I'm about 22 feet of brick for my semicircle. So I want to keep that in mind. And I might add a rectangle and maybe even do a triangle or something. You're going to have 3 shapes. Now, you don't want yours to be exactly like mine, and I didn't even follow the lines. I'm just sketching out. I just want to show you the circle part. You can have more than one semicircle, but you must have at least part of 3 shapes. And so you're using a composite figure for your pool. And be as creative as you like. Make sure you want to get the perimeter to the nearest 1/10 of a foot, which means 1 decimal place. Now, please remember that the length of each square grid equals 1 foot. So as I was counting along, each square is just 1 foot. So this is a 1 by 1 square. So you're going to have the rest of today to work on this. At the bottom of your page, it shows the rubric. So let me just tell you what you should be looking for. Okay? For your pool design, if you only have 1 shape, you get 1 point. If you have 2 shapes, you get 2 points. If you have 3 shapes, you get 3 points. And if one of those 3 shapes is a semicircle, you get full credit, 4 points. Okay? Then for perimeter, if you calculate the perimeter, you get a point. If you use proper units, remember we're talking about feet, maybe write that in there. And then if you calculate it and it's less than 90 feet, you're only going to get a 3. But if it's close to 120 feet, within 5 feet, that's our goal, within 5 feet of 120 feet, or close there too, then you'll get full credit. So that's 8 points right there, 4 for this and 4 for this. Now there's a neatness one, okay? If you, I understand you're not all artists, and I'm not going to be super picky, but if there's minimal effort, you'll only get 1, but I need to be able to tell that you made some effort. You used multiple colors, and you made it neat. There's your additional 2 points for a total of 10 out of 10. Now there is an extra learning opportunity here. You will be calculating your perimeter for this assignment, but if you estimate your area of your pool, you will also get up to 2 bonus points. Okay? So there's an opportunity to get a little bit more. So you're graded as a team. All projects, they're not going to be due tomorrow. I will not be here tomorrow. They're going to be due Monday. So make sure that you pick someone you can work with. Today, tomorrow's TTM, so you won't have time then, and it is due Monday. So use your time very wisely here, and I'm excited to see what you come up with. Make sure you listen and work hard together, and we will see you on Monday.